Recently, Ken Urquhart, Gypsy Rose's ex-boyfriend and baby daddy, made an appearance on Sorbus Live. Following his interview, Ken's mother also joined Sorbus Live with So Morbe, and let's just say, some of the things she discussed might not sit well with Gypsy Rose. To be honest, some of her comments could be interpreted as contradicting the narrative Gypsy has worked hard to establish and maintain. Gypsy is known to be very particular about her version of events, and she reportedly dislikes anyone who challenges or deviates from it. While it's interesting to see members of her extended circle speaking with creators, I can't help but wonder why they choose to engage with creators who are clearly not supportive of Gypsy. Could this be part of a bigger plan orchestrated by Gypsy, or possibly even linked to Lifetime? Or is it something else entirely? During her live appearance, Ken's mom shared her perspective on a topic that's central to Gypsy's story: her claims of being abused by her mother, Dee Dee Blanchard. Surprisingly, Ken's mom expressed doubt about Gypsy's version of events. She stated that she doesn't believe Gypsy was abused in the way she describes, but instead suggested that Dee Dee deeply loved Gypsy, albeit in her own unique and perhaps misguided way.
Dee Dee loved Gypsy the way she knew how, and did the best she could for Gypsy, the best she could. And I described it to Gypsy like the 2-year-old holding the kitten. The 2-year-old loves the kitten, and she holds it, and she holds it very tight, and she squeezes it. And you have to take that, the kitten from a 2-year-old. The 2-year-old doesn't know any better that they're hurting the kitten. And I think that's, kind of the what befell with Dee Dee, is that she loved Gypsy with all her heart. She probably went into a dangerous line of her only identity was being a mother, and that can be dangerous as a woman. It can be. And especially Gypsy was her only child.
And she wanted to protect her also.
Right.
But again, that's just speculation.
This is
an opinion basis.
Right.
And Raina, Gypsy was a sick child. And Dee Dee took care of her, was her care.
I agree.
She loved her to death, so to speak.
Right. And so the idea of there was no abuse, there was horrid abuse, I think the truth lies somewhere in the middle. I don't think the abuse was intentional. If it was abuse, I think it was...
See, Raina, there was no medical abuse going on.
Right.
And I don't truly believe that Dee Dee was physical, because, Gypsy has spoken several times about how she pulled a BB gun on her mom, and in the book even goes to say she pulled a dagger on.
This comment sparked a flurry of reactions online. Many viewers believed Gypsy would be livid hearing this, especially coming from Ken's mom. Some even suggested that this was the first time someone close to the situation had spoken with a bit of common sense. One viewer commented that Gypsy wants to be perceived as the sole victim in her story, which could make hearing an alternative perspective particularly upsetting for her. However, some also noted that Ken's mom seemed cautious throughout the interview, as if she was holding back certain details. For example, she mentioned not knowing whether Ken had purchased a house or was still renting.
Was this at Ken's apartment, or was it at the Blanchard residence?
It was at Ken's house. Ken has a house.
It's a house.
Oh, he has a house in, okay.
In Metairie, he said. I mean, he said it on the panel.
He bought a house?
Oh, I don't know. I think he rents. I don't know. I didn't ask.
House.
I don't look. One thing as a mom to grown-up children, you can't get nosy like that.
Oh, my parents.
This raised eyebrows because it's unusual for a mother not to know something so significant about her grown child, especially if they have a good relationship, which, by all accounts, they do. Another moment that caught people's attention was when Ken's mom avoided discussing his job. While she didn't outright refuse to talk about it, she hesitated and hinted that saying anything might upset Ken. Morby added to the intrigue by stating that Ken claims to be a bartender, but his mother neither confirmed nor denied it. Instead, she vaguely commented that discussing it would make Ken mad. This left people speculating whether there was more to the story.
Ken doesn't have a job currently, correct?
Yes, he does.
Oh, where does he work?
Oh, I don't know the name of the place.
What does he do?
But I know when I've gone down there the last 2 times, he's had to work.
Oh, yeah? What does he do?
I'm not going to say because he'll get mad at me. But he does have a job.
What kind of job?
I don't know. That would be up to him to say. You can ask me about me, but I'm not going to divulge his or Gypsy's.
He claims he's a bartender. I don't. Is that true?
Okay. If that's what he told you, then
Chippendale. I'm kidding.
yeah.
Magic Mike. Magic Ken.
Better hit that
Imagine. Gotta be goofy sometimes, you know.
Oh yeah.
Ken's employment has been a hot topic for a while now. Critics like Ryan have often roasted him for allegedly not having a job, while Ken and Gypsy have publicly claimed he works as a bartender. If they've been so vocal about his job, why wouldn't his mom openly talk about it? Some wonder if she's trying to avoid lying, which could suggest Ken might not actually have a job. Others believe it's suspicious for someone working in such a social environment like a bar not to have any visible evidence of their employment, especially given Ken's connection to a high-profile, controversial case. In the end, Ken's mom's live appearance left more questions than answers, and it's clear that this drama surrounding Gypsy Rose and her circle is far from over. People have speculated that if Ken really had a job, someone, perhaps a paparazzo or anyone interested, would have caught a glimpse of him at work by now and taken a picture. Yet, no such evidence has ever surfaced, which fuels the skepticism. Many believe he doesn't have a job, and honestly, I'm one of those people. There's also a popular theory that Ken's only job is appearing on Gypsy's Lifetime show as part of the cast. A lot of people think that's why he stays close to her. His income, or whatever support he gets, might be tied to being with Gypsy. But again, this is just what people are saying. Another big moment from the live was when Ken's mom talked about Gypsy's baby, Aurora. After she made her comment, people were absolutely stunned by her choice of words.
Aurora's eyes, I mean, she was like looking at us, like looking dead at me, like she's got very strong eye muscles.
So,
unlike a baby, a newborn is usually just naturally wobbly-eyed, but
okay.
Aurora's eyes was like, and her neck muscles were so strong.
Already?
I mean, it was.
As she came, out. And
I mean, you have to remember, she was born at like 36 and a half weeks. So for that, she could hold her little neck up for like a second or two. I mean, she wasn't completely floppy like she was like the first day or two, but by day 3 or 4, she was really trying to like figure out what's going on in this room. It was really.
At first, I didn't think much of it, but when I read through the comments, someone pointed out that she described Aurora's eyes as looking dead. Honestly, that phrasing struck me as odd, and even a little funny in a morbid way because, given Gypsy's situation and history, some words seem off limits or extra shocking coming from her or her family. What makes this even more intriguing is how the internet reacted. People began dissecting every little detail from Ken's mom's statement, speculating whether her choice of words was a slip-up or an intentional dig. Some even theorized that she might have been subtly shading Gypsy's parenting skills or perhaps revealing deeper tensions within the family. Regardless, the phrase "looking dead" quickly became a talking point across forums and social media. On top of that, the conversation has sparked curiosity about Gypsy and Ken's dynamic. People are now questioning if the pressure of being in the public eye, coupled with the ongoing drama, is starting to unravel their relationship. Critics argue that Gypsy, given her history, might be overly cautious about maintaining a specific image, which could explain the lack of transparency around Ken's employment and other aspects of their lives. The live stream also led to further debate about Aurora. Many viewers pointed out how protective Gypsy seemed when the topic of her baby came up, which only added to the mystery. Some think Gypsy might be shielding Aurora from the intense scrutiny she's faced her whole life, while others believe she's trying to prevent Aurora from becoming another piece of the public spectacle that surrounds her family. All these layers of speculation make it clear that this situation is more than just internet gossip. It's about trust, image, and how much of their lives Ken and Gypsy are willing or able to share with the public. With so many unanswered questions and fresh controversies popping up every time someone speaks, it feels like this drama isn't slowing down anytime soon. It reminded me of a time in the past when Gypsy casually mentioned that her father would kill her, leaving everyone shocked. Similarly, when Ken's mom asked Dad to describe Aurora's eyes, one person commented that it was a creepy choice of words, giving them chills. Someone even replied to that comment, suggesting that maybe there's a little bit of Dee Blanchard's influence showing in Ken's mom.